Yes, YouTube, what's up? Shade Live. Shade Live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. YouTube, what's up? Shade Live. Oops. All right, so let me share this here in couple groups in my class group. And then we go our let me share this on Facebook. All right, so what's up, YouTube? How we looking? How we looking for this maths? Remember, we trying to do something that we finish off something that we started yesterday. To tell your friend, so I might hop over on TikTok as well. But I'm currently on YouTube only. Starting at Direct 6, waiting until this thing posts. All right. How are we looking on YouTube? Why is we not looking good? Ah, man. Don't say that. Are we at 116? All right. All right, so let me hop over on TikTok as well. And then we can, as soon as this live start on TikTok, we can kickstart with it.
Sir, kami siya.
Wait in the room, all right, let me see. All right. All right, let's kickstart. So we at 155 on YouTube. This is a nice start. Tell a friend, share it in your group. Share it in your group. We ain't sleeping tonight. Nah, just joking. I gotta sleep to be alert in the exam. Right? Tomorrow's the only exam. So let's roll. We starting. Let's kickstart. So as you know, just drop your answer as you pop in. Drop your answer in the comments. So yeah, 21. We're doing all the algebra. All the algebra going forward. So the people on TikTok done dropping it already. So let's go. Megan normally saves X dollars each month, but in August, she saved $4 less than twice her usual amount. So she normally saves $4, but in August, she saved, well, what's it? She normally saves X dollars each month, but in August, she saved $4 less than twice her amount. So twice her amount would be 2, and $4 less than that would be minus 4. So we know this would be a nice and easy C. I like how we're looking on TikTok and YouTube. I like how we're looking on YouTube. Big up yourself. All right, big up yourself. So let's carry on. 22. We got 3 minus 2, open bracket, x plus 1. And we are asked to solve this. So we know we gotta distribute this negative 2 throughout here. So this is negative 2 times x and negative 2 times 1. So we'll write back 3. And negative 2 times x will give us a negative 2x. And negative 2 times a negative 1 would give us a negative 2. So then we can subtract 3, subtract 2, minus 2x. 3 subtract 2 will be 1. 1 minus 2x, you know that will be simply D. For those of you that join, we just start. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything as much. So TikTok on YouTube, y'all neck and neck. We are 208 on TikTok and we are 208 on YouTube. What? Literally neck and neck. Who will win? Our TikTok ahead right now. TikTok gone to 226. We just started if you're joining now. What year paper? I think this is well, our 2026 we start off with the one at the end. Anyways, this is 2026 January. So let's go. If m star n is equal to the square root of m to the third power minus n to the second power, then 5 star 2 is. So let me write this back. M star n is equal to the square root of m cubed minus n squared. They want 5 star 2. So in this case, we just substitute wherever we have m, we put 5. And where we have 2, we put n. So this will be the square root of m squared, which would be m cubed, which would be 5 cubed, minus n squared, which would be 2 squared. So this will then be the square root of 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Minus 2, 2 is 4. So the square root of 125 minus 4 is 121. So square root 121, we get 11. So this is a nice and easy D. All right. So I like how we're looking on YouTube and TikTok. So so share this in your group. We beat any maths. We currently beat any maths. Tell your group, hey, we beat any maths on YouTube and TikTok. 2026 it is, right? 2026 January. Let me emphasize that. So given that 9 people work for 5 hours, I think we work this the other day. Given that 9 people work 5 hours per day can repair a road in 12 days. How many days would it take 30 people? How many days would 30 people complete the same repairs if they took 6 hours per day? So we want to attach a value to the amount of work that they have to. Yeah, we want to attach a value to the amount of work, right? Want to attach a value to the amount of work that got to be done. So we got 39 people, 5 hours per day, and 12 days. So we want to attach a value. So let's multiply all of those things. All right. So 39 times 5, that would be 3 nines. 5 times 9, let me see, 5 times 50. So this is going to be 4 to 5. 5 3 is 15, and 4, 19. So 195. So 195, and then we multiplied that by the 12. So you multiply this by 12, and this way we want to attach a value to this amount of work, right? So they put a 0 there. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. And then 2 5 is 10. 2 nines are 18 and 1 19. So you put a 9 there. 2 ones 2 and 1 3. So this would be 0. 5 and 9 14. Put a 1 there. 10 13. Put a 1 there. So 2,340 is the amount of work that 9 people will do 5 hours for 12 days. So they want to know how many days would it take 30 people to complete the work 6 hours. So let's multiply 30 by 6. And this will give us 6 times 0 is 0, 6 3 is 18. So we're saying when we multiply 180 by the number of days, it will give us, we should get 2,340. Because they said how many days would it be to complete the same amount of work. So we can equate, to find the amount of days, we can just divide the 2,340 by the 180. So we can do 2,340 divided by 180 will give us the amount of days. This 0 will go with that. Let me see, 18 divided by 2 is 9. 2 to the 4 divided by 2 would be I mean, don't have calculator, so you gotta work these things out smart way. So let me see, 34 and 34 is 17. So 117. And I think 9 could go into 117, eh? I think 9 could go into 117. 9 ones 9, 9 into 117. I know 9 tens 90. So 13. So this answer here would be 13 after a lot of work. So C. All right. So C, right? A lot of work to get C. All right, so 25. So 5 raised to the n plus 1 multiplied by 5 raised to the n plus 2 is the same as. All right, so we know what the powers. So it's all at 13. If you're smart and you know tomorrow's the exam, if you see the same exact question, you know what you gotta do. I'm not saying you should, right? All right, hold on. Let me fix this Zoom thing. Let me put one person picture. Kumisha say something.
Good night.
All right, good. So your picture is up. You're gonna wave and so that we don't get blocked. So we know we put back the bases and we add the powers. So we 5 raised to the n plus 1 plus n plus 2. Just add the powers. So n and n would give us 2n. 2 and 1 would give us 3. So 5 raised to the 2n plus 3, which is b. All right, b is the answer. 5 raised to 2n plus 3. So 26, if 3 plus x over 2 is equal to 1. They want to know what x is. And this question here, you can do some trial and you can do some substitution if you don't know, if you're not good at algebra. All right, do some substitution, but let's work though. So we know we take over this 3, it will add to the 1. So we'll have x over 2 is equal to, sorry, this 3 is adding, take it over, we'll subtract. So this will be 1 subtract 3. So 1 from 3, we'll have, this is equal to a negative 2. So this 2 is multiplying, when we take it over, multiply. So we'll have x is equal to negative 2 times 2 would be a negative 4. So x is equal to negative 4, which is b. And if you're smart, you can see, I do trial and error. Instead of x, we can say negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. So you'll have 3 plus negative 2. And indeed, that is equal to 1. Right? Trial and error. Be smart with it. Somebody's a fifth formers, please be the maths. Yes. So we currently at 504 on TikTok. YouTube at 332. My YouTube, I gotta do better. uh, all right, let's go. All right, so that's algebra. So let me go and work the other algebra questions now. So remember doing it question by question, right? So that was all the algebra there. So yeah, 2019, and we're doing all the algebra in 2019. All right, doing all the algebra in 2019. So let's go. This is 2019. So the product of negative 2a and negative 3a is, so this is easy. Negative 2 times negative 3, that would give us a negative, and a negative is a positive. 2, 3, 6. And a times a would give us a squared. So we know this is d. All right, so we have when 6 is added to a number, the sum is divided by 3. The result is 4. This statement written using mathematical symbol is, so let's go. So when 6 is added to a number, we don't know what that number is. So we can say when 6 is added to that number, the sum is divided by 3. So this is divided by 3, and the result is 4. So let's see which one looks like that. X plus 6. So we got B. B is 6 plus X. So 6 plus X is the same as X plus 6. So we'll go with B. All right, we're looking good. So we did this one just now. Althea normally saves $X each month, but in June she saved $4 more than twice. All right, so this one's $4 more. Just now they asked us $4 less. So in June she saved $X each month. But in June she saved $4 more than twice our usual amount. So twice our usual amount would be 2X plus 4. So this is gonna be D. All right, TikTok coming up. You know, TikTok, YouTube coming up. Love to see it. Keep sharing it on YouTube. All right, we did this one just now. What's the answer for this? I think. No, actually, no, it's not this. Oh, not this. This is a slight change. So you got 3 plus 2 over X is equal to 1. They want the value of X. So we'll take over this 3. It will subtract. So you have 2 over X is equal to 1 subtract 3. 1 subtract 3, that would just give me a negative 2. So now, answer will be the same though. So now we want to solve X, so we can take over this X is divide and take over multiply. So you'll have 2 is equal to negative 2 times X will be negative 2X. Hence, now we can take over this negative 2 and it will divide. So you'll have 2 divided by negative 2 is equal to X. Hence, X is just equal to a negative 1, which is A again. Once again, you can just substitute negative 1 here. 2 divided by negative 1 would be a negative 2. So 2 plus a negative 1. This would turn into 2 minus 1, which is simply 1. Light work. All right, so Tasha, you're going to chill. Tasha Washington on YouTube, you're going to chill out little. You're going to chill out little for 24 hours. You're going to chill out little, Tasha. Chill out little and enjoy yourself. I should share some information that we don't really want to know, right? No, sorry though. Decorum. um, so if X is equal to 4 and Y is equal to 2, what is the value? By the way, always tell me when people behaving bad in the chat, right? Please. I TikTok self appoint one yourself the
I think Daniel in charge of YouTube and I in charge of TikTok.
okay. All right, good. So if X is equal to 4, Y is equal to 2, what is the value of X squared plus 3Y over XY? So X squared would be, so we substitute one time. So X squared, this would be 4 squared plus 3 times Y, which would be 2, all divided by 4 times Y, which is 4 times 2. Let's see what this will give us. So 4 squared would be 4 times 4 is 16 plus 3 twos, 6, all divided by 4 twos, 8. So this would be 6 plus 6, 16, will be 22 over 8. So 8 can go into 22 2 times. 8 to 16, 16, how much give it 22? 16 and 6, so 6 over 8. So you know 6 divided by 2 is 3, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 2 and 3 over 4, which is D. All right, Christian. All right, D. Who got the number 1 thing on YouTube? I ain't seen the number 1. All right, let's see number 3 is Clint. All right, so this one's a giveaway. 26 is a giveaway. The expression negative 2 open bracket X minus 4 is the same as so we know we can distribute this here. Negative 2 times X would be negative 2X. And negative 2 times negative 4 would give me a negative, and a negative is a positive. 2 4 is 8. So this is negative 2X plus 8, which is B. All right. So we done all the algebra for this one here. Remember, we conquering all, right? We're doing all the different topics in the different years from 2019 to 2026, and then we'll carry on. So let me go back. So that was 2019 January. Now we're doing May 2019.
Yeah, how we start from 2026?
And that was the one that was on the screen. That was a mistake. That was the one that was on the screen. So let me see. So 2021. Actually, no, this is what 20. Anyways, 1 over 5x plus 2 over 3x. That is the same as. So this is a popular one. I can tell you the answer. If you work all these things, I can tell you the answer would be, I think it's D, right? But let's work it out. So 1 over 5x plus 2 over 3x. Find the LCM. So the LCM of 5 and 3 is 15. And the LCM of x and x is simply x. And then you divide. 5x divided by 15x. 5 divided by 50, 5 into 15 is 3. X into x will cancel out, so you multiply this here by 3. This will be 1 times 3 is 3 plus 15x divided by 3x, that is 5. You multiply this answer here, so this will be 2 5s, 10. So this will be 13 over 15x, which is D. All right, so when 5 is added to a certain number, the result is multiplied by 3. The final answer is 27. What is the original number? So when 5 is added to a certain number, so we add that number, that certain number when 5 is added to this, the result is multiplied by 3. So everything will be multiplied by 3. The final answer is 27. What is the original number? So we can distribute this 3 one time, or we could have taken over the 3 and divided 27. Doesn't matter though. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 5 is 15. This is equal to 27. So 3x would be equal to, take over the 15. 27 minus 15. I think that is 12. Let me see, 27 minus 15. 2, 1, yeah, 12. So x is equal to 12 divided by 3 would be 4. So this answer is 4. Let me see, when 5 is added to 4, that is 9. The result is multiplied by 3. 9 3 is 27. Yeah, that's correct. So I think we worked this one just now. Can we trial and error? Now the smart thing we do is trial and error. CX. Paper 1, them marking for steps. Is either right or you're wrong. You're right or you're wrong. Doesn't they marking for steps in this here? So trial and error. As many questions as you can. All right, that's my advice. Yeah, trial and error as many questions. Anyways, so what is the value of x squared plus 3y if x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2? So let's see, x squared would be 4 squared plus 3 times y, which is 2, all divided by x times y, which is 4 times 2. So 4 squared is 16 plus 3 2 6 all over 4 2 is 8. I think we did this one just now. So this will be 22 over 8. And this will work out to 8 can go into 22 2 times. Have a remainder of 6 over 8. So this will be 3 over 4, which is D. All right, we're pushing. All right, I like this one. This is a fresh. So if x is an integer that satisfies the inequality, 2x is greater than 4, but less than or equal to 6. So what we basically got to do is we got to divide everything by a common factor. Divide everything by 2, my bad. So we divide this whole thing by 2. So divide this by 2, this by 2, and this by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. This will cancel out. So left with x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this answer here is the first one, A. All right. So the sum of two positive numbers, P and Q, is 32. The difference is 12. What is the smaller number? So the sum of two positive number, P and Q, P plus Q is to the 2. Their difference is 12. Their difference is 12, so P subtract Q is equal to 12. What is the smaller number? CX here, cruelly, boy. Trying to see if we got any easy way to work this here. Nah, let's do it algebraically. Let's do it simultaneously. So let's call this equation 1. Let's call this equation 2. Anyway, so let's make P the subject here. So P is equal to 12 plus Q. And this is equation 3. And let's put this in equation 1. So we have, instead of P, we'll have 12 plus Q is equal to 32. Since we're adding everything, let's just get rid of this. So we have Q plus Q is 2Q is equal to, take over this 12, it will subtract. So 32 subtract 12. 32 subtract 12, this will give us 0, 20. So this will be 20. Q is equal to 20 divided by 2 is 10. So Q is 10. Is that the smaller number? Yeah, I think Q would be the smaller number because when you solve for P, it will be 12 plus Q. So Q is 10, which is A. All right, A. And you can do, anyway, so that's that. So 26 was easy. 26 was a giveaway. 3x to the second power times 2x to the third power is 326. X to the second times x to the third, you add the two powers. So this will be 6x to the fifth power, which is B. And that was all the algebra here. So let me go to the other one, 2020. All right, so 21, drop your answer 21. Let me see something. All right, so we had 600 on TikTok. And we had almost 500 on YouTube. All right, I love to see it. Love to see it, love to see it. Keep sharing in your group. Keep sharing, folks. I see who gonna meet 1,000, if we can meet 1,000 tonight. All right,
My
so this one is easy.
platform is in the lead.
What is that?
My platform is in the lead.
Yeah. TikTok winning. All right, so this one is easy. So the denominators are the same. So we just put back the 5x and we add the two numerator. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is A. All right, nice and easy. Hopefully CX will be kind this year and give us this.
Sir,
Yeah.
Samuel wants to come.
All right, let me drop her in.
Yay. Kamisha, please speak.
She missed last night. Yeah, I speak in.
Good. So let's go. So I think we did this one just now. If I can remember clearly, the answer is C. D, this is 11. I think. Could be wrong though. Let's go. So M star N is equal to the square root of M cubed minus N squared. So the one 5 star 2, this is equal to the square root of M cubed. It's 5 cubed minus 2 squared. So, 5 cubed will be 5, 5, 25. 25 times 5 is 1. 25 minus 2, 2 is 4. This is the square root of, when I subtract these two, I get 121. I know this will give me 11, so I was right. D. All right, this one here, the value of x. So we got 3 open bracket x minus 1 minus 2 open bracket x minus 1 is equal to 7. They want the value of x. All right, later on in life, you will subtract these two as two like terms. But let's go though. Let's distribute for now. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times -1 would be -3. -2 times x is -2x. -2 times -1 will be +2. This is equal to 7. put the like terms together. 3x minus 2x, that would give me x, and negative 3 plus 2. Negative 3 plus 2, that would give me a negative 1 is equal to 7. Since x is equal to, take over this negative 1, it will add. So 7 plus 1, x is equal to 8. So x is equal to C. X is equal to C. Ah, careful. Let me test that trial and error. So 3 times 8 minus 1 is 7, minus 2 times 8 minus 1 is 7 again. Is equal to 7. So let me see. 3 sevens, 21 minus 2 sevens, 14. Yeah, 7. 21 minus 37 is equal to 7. Yeah. Trial and error. Should me getting these things wrong at all. All right, this is a nice one. Negative of negative 2q minus 3q is equal to. So the negative of the negative 2q, the two negatives will turn into positive. So this will be 2q minus 3q. This is simply be 2 minus 3 is negative 1q, which is the same as negative q, which is C. All right. And we want to clock all. We want to clock all the marks, right? So that was 24. Let me go this one here now. So 4, if x is equal to 4, y is equal to 2, they want x squared minus 3y over xy. I think we did this one just now. So x squared would be 4 squared plus 3 times 2 all over 4 times 2. So 4 is 16 plus 3 2 6 all over 4 2 is 8. So 22 over 8. I think it works one just now to be, you can go into this 2 times and we end up with 6 over 8. So D, right? We did this one just now. Nice. All right, this is a giveaway. Let's hope CXC is kind. If P over 5 is equal to 20, then P is equal to, anybody get this one wrong? Oh my. So this will just be P is equal to, this should be 20. P is equal to 20 multiplied by 5, which is D. We'll get this one wrong, yeah, I want some licks, right? I mean, I don't condone. I don't like corporal punishment, but so let's go. So we roll in business as usual. So this is what? This is 2022, right? All right, so we did this one just now. Altia normally saves X dollar. She saved $4 more than twice our usual amount. So she saved X dollar, $4 more than twice our usual amount. So this would be C. It's better to work all the people. It does work as many as you can. Anything, and I tell you, anything is speculation, right? Work as many papers as you can. So let's roll. M star. I think we did this one already, man. So we know this is D. We know this is D. We gotta go through that again. Or should we do it by, let me see by. 5 is 125 minus 4. Yeah, man, D. We gotta go through that again. So 23. All right, this is a different. We have a trapezium. Trapezium has entered the chat. A trapezium has entered the chat. So the trapezium with height h has an area of x squared. The equation that may be used to find the value of x is, so let me see, it has an area of x. So basically we want express this thing as the area, as area, right? So we know the formula to find area of a trapezium. A is equal to half the sum of the parallel sides, A plus B, times the height. All right. So we know they told us the area is x squared, so we can say x squared is equal to half multiplied by the parallel side, which would be 2 plus x minus 4 times the height. So let me see which one looks close. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at A, right? So let's see. Half times h would be the same as h over 2 multiplied by. So let me just get rid of the brackets since the brackets are adding. So I can put it like terms together. 2 minus 4 would give me 2. So I'll have x minus 2. Yeah, so x squared is equal to this here. So the answer is A. All right, so we're cooking. So this one, we just did this one here. So we had -2, -2q minus 3q. We know these two negatives will turn positive. So we have 2q minus 3q, which will just be negative qc. All right. Let me write this back. 5n plus 1 times 5n plus 2. We did this one in the oralies. So we put back the base, so 5, and then we add the powers, n plus 1 plus n plus 2. So this would be 5, raised to the n, and n is 2n. 1 and 2 would be plus 3. So this answer is B. All right, so this one here. If 5, open bracket, y minus 2, close bracket, minus 3, open bracket, y plus 4 is equal to 0, then y is equal to. So let me write that back. 5, open bracket, y minus 2, minus 3, all the way y plus 4. As soon as I put these questions on the screen, some people don't get the answer, but why, like, yeah, like, y'all memorize yeah, I got this whole thing in y'all head, man. Yeah, I got this whole the CXEO question bank in y'all head. Anyway, so let's go. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times -2 would be -10. -3 times y would be -3y. -3 times this would be -12 is equal to 0. So that's war. So let's put the like terms together. 5y minus 3y would give me 2y. And -10 minus -12, that would give me a -22 is equal to 0. So 2y would be equal to, take over this -22 becomes +22. Hence y is equal to 22 divided by 2 would be 11, right? So D. We're looking good. We're looking good. Ashton, who's Ashton now? Ashton, where's
I
Ashton?
think you need to block that person on YouTube, sir.
Let me see, where's Ashton? Ashton retracted his message.
I looking for you disappear.
All right, Ashton, you're going to time out little. Somebody say you're saying bad things. Chillax
Yeah.
little. Take a 24-hour timeout. Chillax, right? Relax, little. Breeze out little.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, GWI messaging.
GWI. Hi, GWI. Hello. I know you're not the real GWI. Let's go 2022. All right, so this kind of blurry. All right, we gonna wire it. So this is 6. Oh Lord. 6x to the third All right. I think we did this one just now. So let me write this one. 5 open bracket 2x minus 1 is equal to the 5. All right. Somebody GWI is water cutting off just now.
Last time was GPU.
We got tank GWI, we got tank and rainfall enough. So we ain't bothered. All right, we ain't bothered. All right, let's roll. So let's distribute this 5. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times -1 is -5 is equal to 35. So 10x is equal to carry over the 5, it will add. So we have 35 plus 5 is 40. X is equal to 40 divided by 10 is 4, which is D. We beat the maths. All right, to this one. When twice a certain number is subtracted from 7, the result is multiplied by 3. The answer is 33. It's on a VCXC wicked, man. Like reading this, it sounds crazy. Anyways, let's go though. Let's take it piece by piece. When twice a certain number, so we don't know what that certain number is, so we'll do 2x. When twice a certain number is subtracted from 7, so we got 7 subtract 2x. The result is multiplied by 3. So this result is multiplied by 3. And the final answer is 33. Well, the answer is 33. What is the original number? So we put equal 33, right? It sounds like a riddle, right? Sounds like a riddle. Anyways, let's roll. We roll in. Business as usual. So we can distribute or we can carry over the 3. Doesn't matter. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times -2x would be -6x is equal to 33. So -6x is equal to carry over this 21. It's adding, take it over, subtract. So 33 subtract 21. That would be 2. And this is 2. So I can do something wrong. Hold up. Hold up. Let me go over. Like I do something wrong. Hold up. CSEC tangle me. So when twice a certain number is subtracted from 7, the result is multiplied by 3. I'm on. All right. I probably multiply wrong. So 3 times 7 is 7 3 is 21. 3 times -2 is negative. Oh, wow, Leon, wow. I just do. Anyways, so 3 times this will be 6x. So this is equal to 33. I think I multiplied. Let me see what I had just now. Oh, same thing I had. And so I think I subtract around. So 33 subtract 21. This is 2. Oh, 12. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's also subtracted to get 22. Anyway, so that's why we gotta be careful, right? So this is -6x is equal to 12. So x would be equal to this -6. And we take it over to divide. So 12 divided by -6. So this would be a -2, which is B. All right. B is the answer. So just now when I subtract 3 from 2, I put 2 here, which is crazy, right? So that had me thinking. That was crazy, yeah? So the people that asking here, this is May, June 2022. All right, honestly, I don't like these kind of questions, right? I don't like these kind of questions. Genuinely, I don't like them. Try to figure out an easy way to get them, but the only way I could get them is trial and error. Anyway, so they told us 3 star 6 is equal to 12. And then they also told us 2 star 5 is equal to 9. They want to know what A star B can be defined as. So I think this answer is C, right? But let me see. That is C or D. So let's go. Let's do trial and error. So let's try C first of all. So let's do A star B. Let's see if that is defined as 6A plus 2B. So A would be 3. So 6 times 3 minus 6. So 6 3 is 18. 18 minus 6 is 12. So that checks out. Let's do it for the other one. A star B. So A would be 5 in this case. B is 9. B is 5. A would be 2. B is 5. So let's see if that will work. So 6 times 2 minus 5. Let's see if that will give us 9. 6 2 is 12. 12 subtract 5. Nah, that didn't give us 9. Nah, so that can't work. We're wrong. So let me try D now. I think D is the answer. Let me try D. 2A plus B. Let's see, that will give us 12. So 2A plus B. So 2 times 3 plus 6. Let's see, that will give us 12. 2, 3, 6. 6 plus 6 is indeed 12. So that checks out. So let's see. 2 times 5 plus, 2 times 2 plus 5. So 2 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. So indeed, 2A plus B, which is D. All right. I don't like these kind of questions, but what you could do? They require a lot of trial and error. If you could remember the answer, it will save you a lot of time. Probably there's an easy way to work it. I don't know. Probably. So let's war. So x is equal to -2, y is equal to 3, t is equal to 2. Then they want x over y raised to the t power. So this would be -2 over y, which is 3, raised to the t power, which is 2. So this would be -2 over 3 times -2 over 3. So -2 times -2 is positive 4. 3 3 is 9. So you can go with B. All right, I can't really see this one here. This paper is so blurry, man. Let me see. This is an interesting question. Let me see if I could figure it out. 3 open bracket 2x plus 1 is equal to 9 open bracket 3x. Is that it? So this is 2022 paper, May, June. Somebody confirm if that is it quick. 2022 May, June. Who can confirm? Anybody? I think so. All right, so let's war with it. So the one know is the value of x. So in order to equate these two, the base has got to be the same. So we see this got 3, and we got a 3 here, and we can turn this 9 into 3 as well. So instead of 9, we can have 3 raised to the second power multiplied by 3 raised to the x power. All right. So this is as if we have 3 raised to the second power times 3 raised to the x power. So we know the bases are the same. So we put back the base and we add the power. So 2 plus x. And this will be equal to 3 raised to the 2x plus 1. So the bases are the same. So everything is equal. So to solve for x, all we got to do is equate the powers and solve for them. So this will be 2x plus 1 is equal to 2 plus x. All right, so we solve, we carry over this x. We'll have 2x. It's adding, take it over to minus x is equal to 2 We take over the 1 will minus, so 2x minus x will give us x is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1, so x is equal to 1, which is C. Also, as I said, it's multiple choice, so you could do trial and error. You could do trial and error and substitute 1. So instead of 3 raised to the 2x, 2 times x is, let's say we try 1, 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3, so this is 3 to the second power. 3 to the third power is equal to 9 multiplied by, if we're saying this is 1, you can say this is 9 times 3 raised to the fourth power as well. So this is 9 times 3, which is 27. So 27 is equal to 3 raised to the third power is the same as 3 times 3 times 3, which will give me 27 as well. So 27 is equal to 27. Trial and error, folks. You can't fail there. You can't get that wrong in, trial and error, substitution. You can't go wrong with that in paper 1, right? You can't go wrong at all with some substitution. All right, let's go. 2023. 2023, January. The product of a number 2p over 3 and its reciprocal may be written as the product of a number 2p times its reciprocal may be written as. So reciprocal means you flip it. So this is 2p over 3 multiplied by 3 over 2p. So which one got that? C. #22. The area of the rectangle in cm squared is x squared. The equation may be used to find the value of x is. Same thing like what we did with trapezium. But this one is easier. So you know x squared is simply equal to length times width. So this will be 2 multiplied by this here. So 2 multiplied by x times x subtract 4 is simply a. Nothing big and fancy to do there. All right, so they bring back this one. Alti normally saves X dollars every month, but in June she saved $4 more than twice her usual amount. So $4 more than twice her usual amount. So this is simply D. All right, so X is equal to, I think we did this one. I think, anyways, let's work it out. So 3 plus X over 2 is equal to 1. X over 2 is equal to, we take over this 3, it will minus. So 1 minus 3 would be a negative 2. X is equal to, take over this 2 to multiply. Negative 2 times 2 would be negative 4. So B. Somebody say healthy.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hold on.
ECG.
What is it? Hold on, let me pin this comment. This is a very funny comment. Let me pin it. Where is it? Pin. Let me pin this comment for a little while. Yeah, wait, you saying, Daniel?
So GWI hiring people right now is by paying 678,000 per month.
Yeah, about it, G. Yeah, about it.
Why?
Sorry,
GP.
just please check your
WA.
phone.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, about it. So looking at this very funny comment, Altia needs to form a budget, right? Altia always saving twice or usual amount, right? Altia, Altia needs to form a budget. Very funny, right? Very funny message. Very, very funny. Yeah. Please go slow. On the air, hey, um, we trying to complete a lot of papers. A lot of questions. We can't go slow. If we go slow, by time tomorrow, we still going questions. So we gotta roll a little quick, right? We gotta roll it quick. We can't go slow, right? So let's go 5 times this. So put back the base, add the powers, n plus 1 plus n plus 2. So this will be 5. So n and n is 2n, 2 and 1 is 3. So this is 5 raised to the 2n plus 3, which is b. All right, this one here, boy. See, actually feels it, man. Uh, so we got a star b is equal to a squared plus b squared. So they want the value of this. So let me see. So let's find the thing that is in bracket for us. So this is 3 star 4. This is equal to 3 to the second power plus 4 to the second power. And then they want us to work with what is in this bracket, star 2. So this would basically be 3 to the second power plus 4 to the second power star 2. And this would be equal to A would be this. So we put back 3 to the second power plus 4 to the second power. And then we add B. So plus B, which is 4. Hold on, where did I get 4 from? This should be 2, right? Sorry, yeah, this should be plus this 2. 2 to the second power. All right. So which one got that? So D. All right, so we can go with D. All right. Go with D. CXC went all in on this one, boy. Nah, they didn't go all in. It wasn't that bad. Somebody said, what is supposed to mean? It doesn't mean if you circle the right answer, you get your 1 mark tomorrow. That's what it mean, right? That's what it mean, actually. That's if you get it right tomorrow, so you get your 1 mark. So let me war. All right, so they come a little easy. This is May, June 2023. Let's go all the algebra. So this one is easy. 7 times the product of two numbers, A, B, may be written as.
Somebody asked in the TikTok comments, have we done May June 2026 papers yet?
All right. Hey, y'all are the funniest generation, you know. Y'all generation school children, y'all funny. I don't know. I don't know. TikTok comments, the comments on TikTok different as compared to what you would find on Facebook. So y'all are a very funny generation, right?
We're
So
gonna do it
7 times.
tomorrow at directly 9 o'clock in the morning.
What is that, Mohammed?
We'll do the 2026 May June paper at
Okay.
directly 9 o'clock in the morning.
You're gonna see the packages shaking.
So 7 times the product AB, so 7AB, which is A, right? So 1 over 2x plus 1 over 3x. So we know we gotta find the LCM here. They weren't easy. So we find the LCM of 2 and 3. That would be 2 and 3 is 6. LCM of x and x is x. So 2x divided by 6x divided by 2x would be 3. Multiply that answer there. So 3 plus 6x divided by 3x is 2. Multiply that answer there. This is equal to 5 over 6x, which is B. All right, so this one, I think we did, this was one off time. 4 squared plus 3 times 2 all over 4 times 2. This would be 16 plus 6 over 8. This is 22 over 8. So I think this is D, right? We won't go through that again. We did this. We're doing that all night. So this one, I think we did this one already. 5 open bracket 2x minus 1 equal to 5. Distribute 10x minus 5 is equal to 5. 10x is equal to 40. X is equal to 4. I'm going a little quick because we don't do all of these, right? All right, I think that was all the algebra for this one. Says at 2023. So let's go 2024 January. Sorry, do enough algebra. Ah, man. You gotta do all the algebra. When we done all, then enough is enough. Remember, I promise you I have 500. Right? We don't know. You never know. You never know one of these. Anyway, so let's go. So Megan now. So Megan normally saves exals each month, but in August, she save $4 less than twice our usual amount. So she normally save X, she save $4 less than twice our usual amount. So C. So Megan, we move on from Megan to Althea. All right, so this one, m star n is equal to the square root of m cubed minus n. So for those of you that know thinking, right, now join, we working through all the different topics all the way to question 60. So we're doing out all the algebra now, and then we move on to all of the vectors, and then we move on to all of the measurement, and that is how we keep going on until we reach number 60. All right, don't know what time we'll finish. We'll probably finish we'll finish when we're ready for the exam. So let me see. Let's do this piece by piece. So we gotta find what is in the bracket for us. So 5 star 2 is equal to the square root of 5 squared. No, sorry, this should be 5 cubed minus 2 squared. So this would be the square root of, this would be 125 minus 4. So this is 121. The square root of 121 is 11. So this piece now is equal to 11. So 5 star 11 we gotta find. So 5 star 11 is therefore equal to the square root of 5 cubed minus n squared, which would be 11 squared. This would be the square root of 5 cubed would be 125 again, minus 11 squared, which would be 121. 125 minus 121 is the square root of 4. We square root 4, we know we'll get 2, which is A. All right, A is the answer. The answer is not 11 because this is a change. They add on this piece here to the answer, to the question, right? Normally, they would just give us 5 star 2, but they add on the star piece. All right, that's why you got to be careful. Right, you got to be careful. CXC will do that little addition piece, add on a little piece to the question, and we can run down and put the answer as the one that we think is the answer. So careful. So item 23 for that's why we do in all the algebra, right? Item 23 for so the following diagram for trapezium. So the trapezium with height h has an area of x squared cm squared. The height of the trapezium may be expressed in terms of x. Well, the height of the trapezium expressed in terms of x is. So they change up this here, right? They change up this one here. They want us to express h as the subject. They want h as the subject. So we know the formula for area for trapezium is half the sum of the parallel sides times the height. All right. So the area which you told us is x squared is equal to half the sum of the parallel sides, which would be 2 plus x minus 4. I think I put in bracket because we add in times the height. All right. So we have half times h is h over 2 times this is gonna be x. So 2 subtract 4, 2 subtract 4 will give me negative 2. 2 subtract 4, yeah, negative 2. And that is equal to x squared. So you want it in terms of h. So if you want this in terms of h, we got to take over this here. So this is multiplying, take it over, divide. So we'll have x squared all divided by x minus 2 is equal to h over 2. And then we got to take over this 2, it will then multiply. So we'll have 2 multiplied by x squared over x minus 2 is equal to h. So 2 times x squared will simply be 2x squared. So which one has that answer? A. All right, a lot of work for A. A lot of work for A there. We have to work for a mark. We're greedy with these marks here. All right, greedy with these 1 mark. All right, so this is a nice one. You want to be careful with this. So this is 3 minus x minus 2. So you got to distribute this minus throughout here. So this would be 3. The minus times the x would be minus x. The minus times negative 2 will become plus 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So you can say 5 minus x, which is C. And so you see x, you can with anybody. Somebody said they want me t-shirt. DNA. Anyways, that's where we cooking, we beating this maths. We locked in. So we did this one many times. So 5 raised to the n plus 1 times 5 raised to the n plus 2. We know this will be 5. And we add the n and the n, this will be 2n. We add the 1 and the 2, this will become plus 3. So we know this is B. Light work. Well, CX gone up. So they change up this one here. So we have 5 open bracket y minus 2 is equal to 3 open bracket y plus 4. So we can distribute here. Distribute the 5 times the y would be 5y. 5 times the negative 2 would be negative 10 is equal to 3 times y would be 3y. 3 times 4 would be plus 12. We carry over all the y's on this side, so we'll have 5y minus 3y is equal to 12. Carry over the 10. Minus 10 will become plus 10. 5y minus 3y will be 2y is equal to, this is 22. And y is equal to 22 divided by 2, which would be 11d. I think that is all here for all the algebra for there. You roll in business as usual. Business as usual. So we had May. Business as usual. May was easy, man. May was a light work. Come on, CX. You gotta do better than this. We gotta tell him come better than this in 2026. January, May, June. What y'all think? I want us to tell him come better than this. Y'all type in the comment. CX, yeah, come better than this. We better than this, right?
They could come better than this next year. Next year.
So from next year and the other years, they can come better than this.
Okay.
Let it
Ta-ta.
just repeat all the questions this year, and next year they could do whatever.
Y'all ain't got belly, man. Anyway, so 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. X to the second times x to the third. We add the powers. This will be A. All right. So we literally just do this one. I think the answer is 11. But let's not take it for granted because I can't remember if it's the exact thing. So 5 open bracket y minus 2 is equal to 3 open bracket y plus 4. Let's see. This looks as though the answer is 11, right? But let's see though. Let's check it. Let's see if they're wicked, right? So 5 times y is 5y. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 3 times y is 3y. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, they ain't wicked. They're not wicked. So 5y minus 3y is equal to 12 plus 10. 2y is equal to 22. All right, they're not wicked. 11 is the answer. All right, they're not wicked. CX ain't wicked. All right, come on, man. 7 times the product of two numbers, A, B, is written as, this is B. CXC. CSEC adding 0 here instead of 1. I mean, I don't know the number here. All right, so I think this answer should be, it should be C. Let me do that. Let me see though. Let me see. 3 star G star 6 is equal to 3. Let me see. 2 times A, so AB. So 2 times 3 plus B. Nah, man, definitely not. So let me try B. Let me try B. A star B. So 6 times A, which is 3, minus 6 is 3. Nah, bye. There's definitely not that though. So let me try A. All right. This is why I don't like these questions. So let me see. A, B. So let me see. 3 squared minus 6. 3 is 9. 9 minus 6 is 3. All right, we're looking good. So let me try the 2 star 4 is equal to 0 now. So let me see. AB. So 2 squared minus 4. Yeah, 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. What? So A. We skip all the way and gone to C, and the answer was right at A, right? So this one here, if x is equal to -2, y is equal to 3, t is equal to 3, then x over y raised to the t power is, so this would be -2 over y, which is 3, all raised to the third power. So yeah, be careful. All right, careful this one. So this would be -2 over 3 times -2 over 3 times -2 over -2 over 3. Third power, right? So you gotta multiply everything 3 times. So -2 times -2 would be 4. 4 times -2 is -8 over 3 is 9, 9 is 27. So 8 over -8 over 27, so which is B. All right. Wow, CXC going on with here, boy. So this is 1 over 3 raised to the 2. X power is equal to 9. And I want to know the value of x. CXC going on bad here, boy. They're going on bad. So we know we can turn this 1 over 3 raised to the -2 power 2. 3 raised to the -2 x power. All right. Because when we put a 1 over this will turn positive, and this will be equal to, we want to turn this 9 into a with the base being 3. So we know 9 can be represented as 3 raised to the second power. All right. 9 can be represented as this. So the bases are the same. Now we can equate the answers. So we can say -2x is equal to 2. Hence x would be equal to, take over this -2 to become, it will divide. So 2 divided by -2. X is equal to -1, which is A. All right. This one, let me see who got this one. Anybody cook with this one? Anybody beat this one? Anybody beat up this one? So that's 26. So you roll in business as usual. Let's go 2025 January. Business as usual. All right, this one, the product of P and its reciprocal may be written as, so you know P and the reciprocal of P would be, if this is like P over 1, the reciprocal of P over 1 would be 1 over P. So the product of this would be P times 1 over P, which is D. All right, I like how we creeping up. We creeping up. I keep sharing the live, folks. We had 677 on TikTok, 662 on YouTube. We neck and neck. Let's see who meet 1,000 for us. This one, nice and easy, light work. Item 22 refers to the following diagram of a rectangle. The area of the rectangle is x squared. Want to know what equation can I use?
Sir, I think you should block somebody on TikTok.
Who's that?
The person I named Benny Wenny 67.
Benny Wenny. Benny Wenny. Where's Benny Wenny? Benny Wenny. Benny Wenny. Well, I make sure he's the right person. Benny Wenny. Chillax little Benny Wenny. All right, Benny Wenny, chillax. Is the right person a block? Oh yeah, Benny Wenny. Yeah, Benny Wenny, chillax little, chillax little. You've been sent to jail. The judge, jury, and the executioner, Kumisha said you gotta get blocked, right? So, we live in a democracy, right? Live in a democracy, and you've been tried in court and sentenced, and you've been determined guilty, right? Somebody got plea a case, Anyways, that's the rule. Business as usual. So, so it's the length times width. So this would be 2 times this. X squared is equal to that. So we know that is A. So Altia gone up. It was Altia all the time. I think Altia is the one that's saving, right? Altia is the one that's saving. Let me see. Altia gone up. So Altia, Bob, and Chris collect shells. So Altia got P shells. So Altia got P shells. Bob has twice as many shells as Altia, so 2P. Chris got 4 more than the total shells of both of them. So Chris went and find more shells. So Chris got 4 more than the total of this. So when you add P and 2P, we get 3P. And Chris got 4 more than them. What else they want? Altogether, the total number of shells they have is, so let me see. So P plus 2P plus 3P plus 4. This would be P plus 2P is 3P, 3P and 3P, 6P, 6P plus 4. Why CXE can't just give us the normal answer? So they went a little extra. We gotta factorize this is 6P and 4. So we see we can factor out 2 from both sides and both terms. This will be 2 open bracket 3P plus 2, which is D. All right. CXE went a little extra. All right. So we look in TikTok. TikTok gone to 700. Somebody say how D. Let me see. Let me check back my answer because I could be wrong. So Altia got P shells. Bob has twice as many shells as Altia. So 2P, and Chris has 4 more than the total shells of both of them. So 3P plus 4. P plus, so we get 6P plus 4. Nah man, all right. So let's go 3 plus 2 over x is equal to 1. I think we work this one just now. I think it's A, but let's go through it though. So 2 over x is equal to, we carry over this 3, it will minus, so 1 minus 3 would be a negative 2. So we can take over the x, it will multiply, so we'll have 2 is equal to negative 2x. Carry over the 2, you have 2 divided by negative 2 is equal to x. So negative 1 is equal to x. All right, so let me make Kumisha will make you moderator. Oh, let me see. Let me see, make moderator. Can we hear the moderator? Don't block Wild West, please. Please don't block people Wild West.
No. Only when they get out of hand.
All right, don't block people Wild West. Oh. So that is the year 22. So let's roll. Business as usual. Business. So let's go. So they want, so they different now. Wow. So they want the value of, you see how they change up this one here? So they want the value of this here when n is -1. So 5 raised to the n. So 5 times 5, we put back the base. And n plus n would be 2n. And 1 plus 2 would be plus 3. They want the value of this when n is -1. So this would be 5 raised to the 2 times -1 plus 3. So 2 times -1 is -2 plus 3. -2 plus 3, it's simply 1. So this is basically 5 raised to the 4th power, which is simply b. Right?
Here, somebody in the comments would like to know if they would change up, like how they change up paper two, if they would do the same for paper one.
Well, let me call CXC. Let me call them CXC.
Looks careful out the bad for when
Let me put them on speaker. Tell me if y'all hearing, right? All right, boop. I can get you. Try back just now. All right, let me try back just now. I don't know how I supposed to know. I'm not CXC, right? I am a math teacher. I can't know, right? Come on. Come on, man. Y'all are smart children. Come on. But I can tell you, if the pattern continues, the other subjects they repeat, so they most likely maths is no different than the others, right? So y'all don't so let's go. If 40 students take 20 days to paint a wall, who will work this one? Anyways, if 40 students take 20 days to paint a wall, how many days will it take? Will it take to paint the wall if 10 more students are added working at the same rate? All right. So 40 students take 20 days to paint the wall. So 40 times 20 is so 800. I want to attach a figure to this here. So 40 times 20 is 800. So you want to know how many days will it take if 10 more students are added. So we know 10 more added. So instead of 40 students, we have 50 times the days that we want to find, and they should be equal to 800. So D would be equal to 800 divided by 50. This will go that 5 divided by 8 is how much by? 16. 80 divided by 5 is 16. So C. All right. So this 800, I want to attach a figure to the amount of work they got to complete. 40 times 20. So I want to know how many 50 students, how many days 50 students would take. So I just equal it to 800 and work it out. All right, so that was it for algebra here. We roll in business as usual. And the last one for algebra, because we don't do 2020, 26 already. The last one for algebra. So let me go. The sum of 7 times the number AB, we know this is simply A, light work. Oh Lord, they come fresh here, but easy. So 14a to the second power b to the second power all divided by 42a to the third power b. So let me roll. So this b will go with one of this b. Two of this here will go with all of this. So we left back with 14b over 42a. It look like A as the answer one time. So 14 ones 14, 14 into 42 is how much by 14 and 14, 28, 28 and 4, 42. So this is equal to B over 3A, which is A. All right. This is the last set of algebra looking, and then we're moving on to the next one, which is so anyway, so 3 raised to this 2x plus 1 times 1 over 9 raised to the x power. So when x is equal to negative 1 over 2, so the value of this when x is equal to negative 1 over 2. What? So let me work this out. So let me work with this piece. 3 raised to the, so let me just work out this piece. So this will be 2 times negative 1 over 2 plus 1. So 2 times a negative half would be negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1 plus 1, which should be 0. So this would be 3 raised to the 0 power. That looks so strange. Which is 1. So times 1 over 9 raised to the negative 1 over 2 power. So I know if I switch this wrong, I'll end up with 9. Oh. So I know if this will become 1 over, well, CXC went all out here by. Sure, there's an easy way, but let's go. So this will be 1. Let me set this down as 1 divided by 1 over 9 raised to the 1 over 2 power. So the thing is, 9 raised to the half power is the same as if I square root 9. So if I square root 9, I'll end up with 3. So this is 1 divided by this. So this is the same as 1 multiplied by 3 over 1, which is equal to 3. This whole piece here is equal to 3. So this is 1, basically 1 times 3, which is simply A. Oh, they went all out for this one, boy. Probably there's an easier way. All right, they went all out for that one.
Sir, question.
Yeah.
So what if, right, in the paper too, you didn't use pen, but you use a HB pencil and write with it? What would happen?
In the paper too,
Yeah.
you use HB pencil?
No, not me. Somebody want to know.
Oh,
I would never use.
as long as the thing is, right, the thing about pencil, people could easily erase pencil and so on. But as long as, somebody's not wicked enough to erase it as as long as it's still showing and so on, you should be safe, right? You should be safe. Remember, those things are sealed and sent off, so you should be safe, right?
And could they write in the booklet and show working in the booklet?
In the paper one, that is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can, you utilize the booklet, yeah, pay for the booklet, right? Yeah, pay for the booklet, utilize the booklet. All you have to don't write on the answer paper, the thing that you're shading, but you can work in the booklet, scratch up on the booklet, do whatever you want on the booklet, right? Somebody to go back 21. Ah, man. Anyways,
Sir
so
Daniel
let's
said about 21.
21. Oh my, oh wow. You see, we gotta be careful. I didn't really read this one because I thought this was a repeat, right? Oh wow. So we working, you see why you gotta be careful, folks? So the sum of 7 times, so CXC got me for those of you that or here yesterday, CSEC got with me, right? They got with y'all, they got with me, right? So the sum of 7 times the number AB, the sum of 7 times number AB, A and B may be written as so the sum of 7 times the number A and the number B. Okay, listen to it. The sum of, let me see, the sum of 7 times and the number A and the number B may be written as. So 7 times is 7 times. And this has got to be 7A plus B, right? The sum of 7 times a number A plus and the number B. So this is got to be 7A plus B, which is C, right? So it's hard to read. So normally they would tell you the product of the number 7 times AB, and you go clear there. So the sum of 7 times the number A and the number B may be written as, so 7 times the number A and the number B. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. C. Anyways, let's wrap up this last one here. So 5 open bracket 2x minus 1 is equal to 35. So we distribute the 5 throughout. So 5 times 2x would be 10x. 5 times negative 1 would be negative 5 is equal to 35. 10x is equal to, this will become 40. X is equal to 4. So we did this one whole night. So D, 4. All right. All right, we had 700 on YouTube. I like how we're looking at YouTube. 700 on TikTok. All right. So I think that is the last one for algebra. So let's move on to the next one. So we're looking at some vectors. So we're looking at some vectors now, right? Some sweet vectors, sweet vectors. So 27. Item 27 refers to the following vectors. So this is 2026 to those of you. Yeah, I'm busy consumer arithmetic. So we got the vector P and the vector Q. So 2 times Q minus P. So this will be 2 times Q. So Q is this one here. You got to be careful. So 2 times negative 2 and 5 minus 3 and 7. So multiply everything here. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 2 times 5 is 10. This will be minus now 3 and 7. So negative 4 minus 3 and 10 minus 7. This will give me negative 7 over 3, which is D. All right. So we got to be careful with these here. So item 28 refers to the following diagram of a parallelogram in which EF is parallel to HG, EH is parallel to FG. Talk about the parallelogram. So EF is equal to K and EH is equal to M. So the one EG. EG is right there. So EG, we can go from E to F, which is K, and then from F to G, which can be represented as M because they are parallel. So K plus M, which is simply A. Somebody say, hope they don't put in vectors. They will, right? All right, item 29. So if P, so we're dealing with equal matrices here. So we got P, 3, Q plus 2, S minus 1 is equal to this. They want the values of P and Q. So they want the values of P, Q, and S. So let's see. We already see P is equal to 3. All right? P is equal to 3. So or the possible answers would be these two here. So let's solve for Q. So we see Q is equal to, so Q minus 2 is equal to 1 because they're equal matrices and the corresponding elements are equal. So Q plus 2 is equal to 1. So Q would be equal to, carry over this 2, it will minus. So 1 minus 2 would give me Q is equal to a negative 1. So Q is equal to a negative 1. So you can go with D. So we go with D as the answer, right? D. We gotta continue. Because the only other possible option, they got Q as positive 1. So let's roll. How do people understand these things? Wow. Anyway, so they want the determinant of X. So we know to find the determinant, it's simply AD minus BC. So which is these two things. So this is 2 times negative 4 minus 1 times 7. So this is 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 minus 1 times 7 is 7. So this will give us a negative 15. You gotta be good with working out directed numbers or else you're looking a little thin, right? So A is the answer. All right, so that was it for vectors. So vectors little short. So let's carry on. We're pushing business as usual. So we're going through all the vectors now, right? 2019 vectors. Business as usual. All right, if the determinant of A is equal to 0, then A is, so when the determinant of matrix is equal to 0, then we know A is what? A would be a singular matrix. All right, singular matrix when the determinant is 0. All right, this is one you got to remember. All right, a beautiful one. What is the product of, so we got X and we got Y, and I want to know what is the product of the order of the matrix XY. So some people would while up and go and multiply X by Y and then see what is the product. But you don't have to do all that. We know X is a 1, 2, a 2 by 1, 2, 3, a 2 by 3 matrix. We know Y is a 1, 2, 3, a 3 by 1, 2, a 3 by 2 matrix. So the inner numbers mean they are compatible, and the outer numbers will tell us what the order of the product will be. So this will be a 2 by 2 matrix, which is simply A. All right, the outer numbers will tell us the product. Outer numbers will tell us the order. Business as usual, rule. If the vectors P and Q are 3, 2 and negative 1, 4, then you want negative P minus 2Q. So let's find negative P. So this is P. So negative P would simply be negative 3, negative 2. Subtract, and let's find 2Q. We just find 2Q. We'll leave the negative for now. So 2Q will be 2 times everything here. So this will be a negative 2 and 8. And then we work out now. So we have negative 3 minus a negative 2. Then we have a negative 2 minus 8. So negative 3 minus negative 2, this will turn to plus. So negative 3 plus 2 will give us a negative. Hold up. Yeah, will give us a negative 1. Negative 2 minus 8 will give us a negative 10. So this here is D. Rolling business as usual. Wow. All right, so they come a little hard here. Let's see. Item 30 refers to the following parallelogram W, X, Y, Z. In the parallelogram, R is the midpoint of X, Y, and I want, based on the information above, ZR. ZR is equal to, so ZR, so we see we can move from X, we can move from, I can don't see this is headache, so we can move from Z to Y plus Y to R. But of course, I know they don't have that as the answer. So I know they don't have that as the answer. Let me see what they got as the answer. So we know these two sides are parallel. So instead of ZH, we can say WX as well. So ZY is the same as WX. And plus, instead of Y to R, we can say half of YX. If they got that, let me see, they got half of YX. Nah. So we can also say half of ZW. So plus half of ZW. I know they don't have that. Instead, all the answers I got is WZ. So instead of ZW, we can say WZ, but we gotta change the sign. So this will become WX minus half of WZ. All right, because they're going in the opposite direction, that will change the sign. So let's see if they got that option now. WX, so they got that as B. All right. This is before I started the question, I said I know this would be headache. All right. But I can guarantee we ain't got time to explain this multiple choice. We ain't got time to go in details with this, right? But before I started the question, I said this is gonna be headache. So let me look at the comments. This is only one question, and this came in 2019, right? So yeah, don't be discouraged. All right, so we rolling. That was vectors. So that was 2019. We roll in business as usual. Somebody said they gave up on vectors. Nah, boy. So let's go 27. Two matrices A and B are conformable for multiplication. If conformable means another word for compatible. So conformable. If, let me see, A, the number of rows. So let me see. So this is row by column, row by column. So let me see the number of rows in A. Nah, we ain't dealing with rows, we're dealing with columns. So the number of columns in A is equal to the number of rows in B. So yeah, B, we want with B. All right. Number of columns got to be equal to the number of rows. All right, this is a nice and easy one. The determinant of the identity matrix is, we know this simply 1. So item 29. So if the vectors P and Q are 3, 2, and negative 1, 4, and P minus 2Q is, so we know P is this, so we can say 3, 2 minus, and we can multiply 2 by Q to get 2Q. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So now we'll have 3 minus negative 2 and 2 minus 8. This will be 3 minus negative 2. These two negatives will turn to a plus. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And 2 minus 8 would be a negative 6. So 5 negative 6, which is D. Okay, this is 6 hours of maths. We live 6 hours? Nah, man. We live 6 hours? Or Jade is asking us the 3 from our class today, or the 4 from our class, and this 2. Let me see, how long have you been live? Nah, man, we just 2 hours. All right, we rolling, business as usual. So that was that. Number 30. So number 30 is always the headache one. Let's see. Dealing with a parallelogram, xy is equal to u, xw is equal to v, r is the midpoint. So they change up, they change up this here. So wr would be w to r. So that would be equal to, so we can move from w to z, which is u, plus z to r would be half of, so the v is going in that direction. So because you're going in the other direction, it has to be a negative. So this will be minus half of v. All right, which is simply a. We roll in business as usual. How are we looking? How are we looking YouTube? How are we looking YouTube? YouTube, TikTok, how are we looking? Good, we're looking proper, we're looking tired, not good. Now this is here vectors is the hardest part in the paper, right? So we gotta go through it. We gotta go through everything. We're going through everything. And then let's roll. All right, YouTube said they're looking good. So you get a different audience. The audience on YouTube said they're looking, they're cooking the maths, they're beating the maths. TikTok saying a different story. Oh Lord. Anyways, I mean, I draw any conclusion. So P minus Q, so P minus Q would just be, so they came easy for this one. This is simply be 3, 7 minus negative 2, 5. So this would be 3 minus negative 2 and 7 minus 5. So 3 minus negative 2, this will turn to 3 plus 2, which is 5, and 7 minus 5 is 2. So 5, 2, which is C. All right, you're looking good, you're looking good. All right, you're looking good, you're looking good, you're looking good, you're looking good. So item 28 refers to the following diagram of a trapezium. So I think we did this one already. So EG is right here. So this is one probably the easiest one as it relates to parallelogram. So EG, we know we move from E to K, which E to F, which is K, plus I move from F to G, which is M. So K plus M. So this is easy. This is probably the easiest one. Hopefully, they're kind to us tomorrow and they bring this. So if 5xy is equal to 4, 10, 20, and the values of x and y are so we can rewrite this as 5 multiplying everything. So we can say 5x and 5y. We're saying that is equal to 4 times 20 is 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 20 is 80. So we're saying these two things are equal. We want the value of x and y. So we can just equate the two. So we can say 5x is equal to 40. And we solve for x there. X will be equal to 40 divided by 5. X is equal to 40 divided by 5, I think is 8. 8 5 is 40, yeah. So we get x is equal to 8. Any other answer as x equal 8? So now we can stop there and go with B. All right, we don't have to finish off this one. You only got one value as x being 8. So you can roll with that. Oh Lord. Oh my, oh my. So Item 34, so the following matrix is AB. The matrix product of AB is, all right, so CXC. All right, the rule here. So we gotta do A times B. All right, so we know this is a 2 by 3, and this is a 3 by 2. So our answer will be a 2 by 2. So let's multiply. Let's start the multiplication right away. So row by column, 1 times 3. So 1 times 3 plus 3 times 2 plus negative 3 times 0. All right, that is 0, so I'll put that in 1 time. All right, and then I'll roll over the other piece. Let me go to the bottom piece now. So 3 times 3 plus 0 times 2. So 0 times 2 is 0. Plus 5 times 0, which will be 0. All right, so let me make this a bit smaller. All right, so let's move over to the other piece now. So we'll have this times this now. So this will be 1 times 0. That is 0. 3 times 1 plus 3 times 1 plus negative 3 times 5. Negative 3 times 5. And then we can finish off now with the bottom piece. 3 times 0 is 0 plus 0 times 1 is 0. 5 times 5, I've been putting at 25. So let me work out now. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 3 times 2 is 6. So 3 and 6 would be 9. So we got this answer as 9. This answer is 9. So we gotta continue. 3 times 1 is 3 plus negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So 3 minus 15, that would be a negative 12. So negative 12, so we can go with A. All right, you don't have to continue. You don't have to finish off. All right, so let me drink some water for that. As you can see, if you're not good with directed numbers, you're looking thin here, right? You gotta be good with directed numbers. All right, so that was that for this. Let's see what they gave us in this year. Well, like the man repeating no vectors, why? Everyday vectors, that's all. All right, so let's go. P minus Q. P minus Q. So let's go. So this will be 3 minus negative 2 and 7 minus 5. This will be 3 plus 2 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So 5, 2, which is C. All right, this is a popular one. I'll close my eye and say A. But let's work it out. What they want? They want EG. So EG, we go from E to F is K. They move from F to G. They go in the same direction. So this is plus M. So indeed K plus M. All right, so they repeat the answer. I think this is B. We worked this one just now. 5 times X is equal to 4 times 10, which is 40. X is equal to 40 divided by 5. X is equal to 8. All right. Let's see how we work just now. My 4 helpers. Let's see how we work just now. I never got through this again. Now tell me. All right, let me go, man. Let me go. Row by column. So here I think we don't have to go through this whole thing, you know. So let me see.
Yeah.
Is the same thing?
Yeah.
All right, what was the answer? I think it was
think it was D.
D, you sure? I think it was D. All right, let me go. Let me let me go through it quick. So 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 3 2's 6. -3 times 0 is 0. So we got 9. So we got two options as 9. So let me go and find this one here so that we don't have to go through the whole thing. So let me go now. 1 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. -3 times 5 is negative 15. So 3 minus 15 would give me a -12. So I'll go with D. All right, you don't have to finish off. So Hiram, you don't have to finish off these questions. Just try to find two of the values, and then you're gonna clear. All right, you don't have to go do the whole thing. They're not marking for correct answer. They're just marking for what's saying. They're not marking for working. They're just marking for the correct answer. All right. All right. So that was that there. Let's see what else they gave us. All right. So now the questions I repeat, man. All right. So this one was easy. Given that A is equal to 1, 3, -3, 3, 0, 5. 3A is equal to 3A is light work. So it should be 3 times 1. 3 times 1, which is 3. So we got 2, 3 there. 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times -3 is -9. Oh, so A is the answer. Determinant of the 2 by 2 identity matrices. All right, this is a giveaway. You know, this is one light work. Determinant of the identity matrix 2 by 2 identity is 1. Item 29 refers to the following vectors P and Q. P minus Q is represented by. So this will be 3 minus -2, 7 minus 5. We did this just now. This is 3 plus 2, 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. So we can go 5, 2, which is C. So it's becoming easier, man. It's becoming easier as long as we keep pushing. Torty. WR. So I guess R is the midpoint. So WR. So we can go from W to Z, which is U. And then we can go from Z to R. So the thing is, this V is going in that direction, but we are not going in that direction. We're going in the opposite direction. So this has to be a negative half V, so minus half V, because we're going in the opposite direction that it was in, that this is going. So U minus half V, which is A. All right, next one. I'll be rolling. As you can see as we go through, they're becoming easier, right? 27. If the determinant of a matrix is equal to 0, then A is obviously a. A is obviously a. What is that?
A singular matrix.
Singular, good. Rolling. Wah. So if A is equal to that there, the order of this here is, so we got row by column, number 7. So we got 1, 2, 3 rows times 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So 3 by 4, which is C. All right, rolling. So they come a little different here. 29, if Q is equal to this, and wow, CXC, wow. And Q is equal to that. If P is equal to this and Q is equal to this, so they want negative Q, negative P. Wow, I can see this thing back to the front now. So negative p. So negative p would just be the negative of all this. So this would be -3, -2, minus, and then we multiply 2 by q. So let's multiply 2 by this. So 2 by -1 is -2. 2 by 4 is 8. So now we'll have -3 minus -2, and -2 minus 8. So -3 minus -2, this will turn into plus. So -3 plus 2, that would be -3 plus 2 and -1. Only one got a -1, so we'll stop there. But -2 minus 8 is a -10. So nice and easy, cool and calm. Item 30. 4 is the following triangle. R is the midpoint of OL, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Lord, let me read this thing. So OR is equal to 3A minus 2B, and OM is equal to 2A plus 3B. So let's see what they want to find. They want us to find LM. So let me write in this thing. So LM, so O to R, so OR is 3A minus 2B, O to R, which is here. And OM, which is O to M, is 2A plus 3B. Well, CSEC do themselves with this question, boy. So they want LM, L to M. So we see if we go this whole thing, if this is this, we just gotta multiply this by 2. So this whole thing here, this whole thing here would be, we gotta multiply this by 2. So this will become 6A minus 2B minus 4B. All right, because this thing is just from O to R, which is the midpoint. So the whole thing now would be, in that direction, would be 6A minus 2B. We just multiply this thing by 2. So if you want LM, but the worries is we're going in that direction. So everything got to be negative, because this thing is going in that direction. So everything has to be negative. So this will be negative 6A, and this negative 4B will turn to plus 4B. And then we add now 2A plus 3B, since we're going in the same direction. So we put all this together. So negative 6A plus 2B, that would be negative 4. Negative 6A plus 2A, that would be negative 4A. 4B plus 3B, that would be 7B. So we can switch it wrong and have 7B minus 4A, which is simply B. All right, B is the one for this one here. So CXC went all out. They went all out for this one. They went all out for this one, right? All out. Yeah, I think CXC wicked.
I think some people on this TikTok dreaming, There was like, I want to see you on the merit list.
We want to see your commission in merit list.
Yeah.
Anyways. Hello, commission. Just want a good grade, right? Anyways, let me roll. Well, like we're not gonna meet number 16. Roll, pick up the pace. So the order of this matrix, this is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 by 4, which is C. The determinant of P would be 8 fives 40. 7 times 6 is 42. This is a -2. So you're rolling quick, rolling quick. Picking up the pace, because we gotta finish this thing. P minus Q. P minus Q would be 3 minus -2, 7 minus 5. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 7 minus 5 is 2. So that is C. So let's go RM. RM is expressed as a force. I gotta read this here, right? But we know R is the midpoint, T is the midpoint, and so on. So RM, where's RM? So R to M. So R to M means we move from, well, let me see what A is what. A is from O to R. So A is from O to R. So if you want R to O, we gotta go -A plus O to T is B. O to T, so this is going in the same direction. So if this piece is B, then this other piece will be B as well. So this will be 2B. All right, so let me see, they got that. So we can rearrange this and switch it around and put 2B minus A, which is simply B. Rerolling business. So P minus 2Q. So P would be 3. All right, let me put back P, which is 3, 7 minus 2Q. So let's multiply everything by 2. This will be -4, 10. So now we'll have 3 subtract -4 and 7 subtract 10. This will be 3 subtract -4. This will turn to plus. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 minus 10 is 3. So we got 7. Hold up. Oh, this should be a -3. My bad, -3. So 7 minus 10 is a -3. So this would be C as the answer. All right, -3. Let's go our favorite kind of vector. So they want EG. EG, we know we love this question. So EG would be, we move from E to F, which is K, plus F to G, which is M. So K plus M, which is A. We love this, right? We love this one. I hope this is the one that they bring this year, right? We did this one earlier. So they want the values of X and Y. So all we got to do is find the value of X because all the values is different. So 5 times X is 5X is equal to 4 times 10 is 40. So X is equal to 40 divided by 5. X is equal to 8. So we just go with B, right? Okay. So the inverse of, so they got the matrix A, they want the inverse of A inverse. So let's see. So we know this will be 1 over the determinant times 1 over the determinant times the adjoint. So let's find the determinant. The determinant will be 2 4s 8. Subtract 7 1 7. So the determinant is 1. So it's 1 over 1. So we don't know these two out. So all we got to do is find the adjoint now. So the adjoint will give us the answer. So the adjoint would be, you switch these two. So this will become 4, 2. And then you flip the signs of these. So this will become -1, -7. So which one got that? D. Rolling, rolling, rolling. So let's go 27, light work again. 3A, so this will be 3 times 1, which is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times -3 is -9. So yeah, this one messed up. So A. Determinant of the 2 by 2 identity matrix. You know what that is. Uno. So they want P minus Q. So this would be 3 minus -2 and 7 minus 5. This will be 3 minus, this will be 3 plus 2, which is 5. 7 minus 2, 7 minus 5 is 2. So 5, 2, which is C. Our not so favorite one. So I guess they want RW. RW is RW. RW. So they want RW, that direction this time. So RW, we can move from R to Z, which is going in the same direction as this here. So we know this whole thing is V, so RW would be half V. And then we're going in the opposite direction that this one is going to the top. So this would be minus U. So this one was easy, man. So half V minus U, which is A. And that was that one. We roll in 2020. So you want the value of P, the determinant. So you know this is 2 times 3 is 6 minus 5 times -1, which would be 6 minus 5 times -1 is -5. So 6 minus -5 would be 6 plus 5, which is 11. This one is D.
Sir, a lot of motivation going on in the chat in TikTok.
What are they saying? What are they saying in the chat? Let me see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What motivation are doing in TikTok? I know YouTube. Rolling. So the order of this, you know, this is 1, 2, 3. So this is a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 by 4, which is C. All right, our favorite one. Let me see if they change up our favorite one. Let me read it goodbye. As it look as though they want to smart us. So, all right, not. So EG, this is our favorite question, right? EG is equal, so it's EG, we move from, this will be K, plus we move from F to G, so this is plus M. Our favorite one, which is D. Where's on call? Hey, y'all on call, y'all warrant, right? Daniel, Kamisha, Mohammed, Christian, y'all warrant, right?
Yes, we are. We gotta memorize those answers to remember tomorrow.
Yeah, memorize
Of
you
course,
working
sir.
at the Ni mo working at the
Everyone's answer, so if it repeats,
Okay.
you know,
I can hear what I do. Yeah, take your
The,
time tomorrow, is
the,
all.
the
Take
only
your
thing I would
time.
accept from CXC this year is at least 4 new questions, but all the rest should repeat. And I good with my grade.
Hold on.
exactly.
This person that's spamming, hey, man, stop spamming, man. Oh. I say, when I say this and I speak on behalf of our students, CXC, we want 60 new questions. Speak on behalf of our students
Sir,
around the
sir,
Caribbean.
sir. Shh. Carry down Baghdad. Carry down Baghdad. Don't speak too loud.
Sir, I don't think any CSEC student agreed to 60 new questions.
Let's say rolly
No,
roll. Basically, rolly
nobody.
roll. We rolly roll. So 5 times x, we get 5x is equal to 40. Somebody say they rebuke. So 4 times that is 40. X is equal to 40 divided by 5. X is equal to 8, right? I'm joking, folks. I'm joking. Yeah, don't worry, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yes, let that one be true.
I take
Because
it
I
back.
would. Yes, thank you for taking it back. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's roll. Somebody says sorry, miso soup. Adrian, you know what? Adrian, you know what miso soup, why? Adrian, know what good stuff? Miso soup. Ah. A thief is a joke, relax, it's a joke. Oh. Anyway, so let's go 3A. So we know this answer is so let me go 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 3 is that. So A, determinant of the 2 by 2 identity matrix. 2 by 2 identity matrix, it's 1. All right. Let me see. OR is A and OT is B. So they want TL, so TL. So from T to O. So we're going in the opposite direction that they ask us. So this got to be a negative B. And then we go in the direction that we want. So this is A. This other piece would be A as well. So this would be plus 2A. All right. So let me see this. So we can rewrite this as 2A minus B because that's how they normally bring it. So this is B. So let's go last one for vectors. I think we survive vectors. Um, we survive vectors. So we survive vectors, but at what cost? So the item 30 refers to the following matrix. A and B are constants. So the matrix A maps point P onto this here, the values of A and B are. So let me see. So when you map a matrix, you normally do multiplication. So this will be 2A, B, negative 2. And it maps the point 2, 5. So 2, 5 onto negative 1, 2. This is a 2 by 2. This is a 2 by 1. Yeah, so that's wire. So we can end up with some equal matrices. So this is A. Let me write this properly. So this is row by column. So this is 2 by 2 plus A by 5. So we call it 5A one time. Then you go to the bottom piece, B by 2, which would be 2B, plus negative 2 by 5, which would be a negative 10. All right, and this is equal to negative 1, 2. So let me work on the top piece. So the top piece, I have 2 2's 4. 4 plus 5A is equal to negative 1. So 5A would be equal to, we take over this 4 becomes minus 4. So this is a negative 5. So A is equal to negative 1. So they got two values as negative 1. They wicked. They want us to continue. So then we got to solve for 2B. So we're saying 2B minus 10 is equal to 2. So 2b is equal to, take over the 10, it will add, so this becomes 12. So b is equal to 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So b is equal to 6. So we can go with -1 and 6, which is C. All right, C is the answer there. And there you have it, folks. We survived. All right. We survived all of the vectors and matrices. So let me take a 1-minute break and I'll be back. All right. Let me go and get some water. Even Daniel in charge.
Yes. Yes.
Lao
In
Chan, where are you?
charge. Adehi, man. Adehi.
You take off your camera.
Lord, bye. Make this thing that good with the IT. Like, hey, hello.
What?
Oh my god. Hi. What's Oregon, bye?
Daniel, somebody on TikTok would like to know how you did on the paper too.
It was good. It went good. It went good. I can't see the chat. I'm gonna find this thing.
You don't need to.
Okay. You tell me?
They was like, how did you do on paper two? Gosh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look. Hard.
So we back. So what next we rolling with?
Yeah,
We're rolling
good.
with measurement. All right, you're rolling. 2026 measurement. We back at it.
Starting from 2026.
Yeah, this was in the R though. I don't know. We messed it up for us, so we gotta continue with the R though. We messed it up. So there we go. Let's go. Item 31 and 34 to the following circle. So the line label OB is referred to as OB. OB there. OB. OB1 can OB. O OB is the radius, which is C. So the circumference of, oops. Let's see, we activate. The circumference of the circle is 15 cm, then the length of the minor arc AB in cm. If the circumference is 15, the length of the minor arc. So the length of the minor arc is basically 120 over 360. 120 over 360. Oops. Multiplied by the circumference. Should be 15. 120 over 360, which is D, right? A water tank has a volume of 172,000 cm cube. The capacity of the tank in liters is, so we know liters, we gotta divide. Oh, oh, miso soup. Oh gosh, being okay now. I wanna know how these children know about miso soup. All right, so big up being all the way from Grenada. Wanted to know how these children know about miso soup. Anyways, being uh, all right, so we just gotta divide this here 172,000 by 1,000. So these zeros will go, this zero will go, so we got 172, which is B. So this measurement thing is normally easier. So let's go. In a rectangular garden plot, 15 meters long and 12 meters wide, an area of 80 meters square is used for a vegetable garden. What area of the plot is not used for vegetable garden? So we know we just got to find the area of the whole rectangular thing. So this will be 15 times 12. So 15 times 12 will be 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 5 is 10. 2 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So 180. So 180 is what is the whole garden plot. And we see 80 meters is used for vegetable garden. So we just minus 80 from here and we get 100. So this is A, cool and calm. All right, so an aircraft leaves A at 1600 hours and arrives at B at 1930 hours, traveling at an average speed of 550 km per hour. So A and B are in the same time zone. The distance from A to B in km is. So let's find how long the thing was traveling. So they left at 16, they reached at 1930. So 16, 17, 18, 19. So 3.5 hours. So we can write it as 3.5. So 3.5 times 550, since it was going 550 km every hour. So if I multiply this, 3.5, I turn this into a whole number. So I put a 0 underneath the 5. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 5 is 15. 3 5 is 15 and 1 16. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 5 is 25. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 2 is 27. This will be 0, 5. 5 and 7 is what? 12. Put the 1 there. This is 9 and 1. So we carry out 1 time. So we got to bring in back 1 time. So 1925, which is D. All right, distance around the lake is 8 km on the map. On the map, this distance around the lake is represented by the length 2 cm. So the scale on the map is, so let's turn everything to cm. So we turn this 8 km to cm. So 8 km, we know we do the many Chinese died, many days Hong Kong. So we move from km to cm, so we jump, put out zeros here. So this would be 8 times, this is 100,000, which will give me 800,000. So the scale would be 2 to 800,000. So I divide both sides by 2. I'll end up with 1 to 400,000, which is D. All right. Item 37 refers to the following diagram, which shows a cuboid. The volume of the cuboid is 320. The height is h. If the cuboid has a squared base, whose length is 8 cm, what is the value of h? So we know to find the volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. But in this case, it told us the base is square, so we'll just say length times length. So they gave us the volume as 320 is equal to the length, which is 8. So 8 times the h that we want to find. So 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times h would be 64h. So the height would be equal to 320 divided by 64. So this answer is 5A, right? But let me do the yeah, 5, right? Common sense to tell us it's 5. 64 and 64 is 1 something, 5. So the area of a triangle is 60 cm squared. Its height is 10 cm. What is the length of the base of the triangle in cm? So the area of the triangle is half base times height. So the total of the area is 60. So 60 is equal to half times the base. which is all we want to find, times the height, which is 10. So 60 is equal to half of 10 is 5. 5 times b is 5b. So 60, we take over the 5 to divide. So 60 divided by 5 is equal to b. So hence b is equal to, I think 5, 12, 60. So b is equal to 12, which is b.
Somebody was like, I hear Leon licking the paper tonight.
Here, Leon, licking the paper. Oh my.
Sir, I feel like everybody just think you have the paper.
Right? Like, I don't know why they think you have the paper when it
Don't
coming
know.
from CSEC.
I don't know I don't know what is the correlation between me. I don't know. I probably look like CSEC, you know? I look like CXC. Probably got a face. I don't know. Why is it? Anyways, I don't know. That is crazy. So you're if I leak it to everybody, we ain't go jail. We take the jail. Right? We ain't go jail. So how many years y'all want?
No, sir, you taking the
Every
lead for your students.
every question is a year. So how many years y'all
Mhm.
gonna do? Every question is a year. How many years y'all want?
Sir, somebody said, why y'all think he ain't got it?
Every question is a year. How many years y'all want?
But it's
Anyways,
60 questions, sir.
60, so you do the 60 years. And I say, roll. We can't be distracted. Let's not be distracted. So how many students bought no more than 6 books? How many students bought no more than 6 books? So it's no more than 6 means 6 and below, right? So all these people here 6 and below. All right, so no more than 6 and below. So we gotta add up all these here. So 9 and 9 is 18. 18 and 13 would be this would be 1. The 1 there, toward the 1 and 11 would be 2 for the 2, which is D. So the mode number of books the students bought at the sale is mode number of books that they bought at the sale. So we see 11, not 11, 13 students bought 5 books. So the mode number of books bought would be 5, which is A. Median number of books bought at the sale. Wait, what am I doing? I thought this was supposed to stop. All right, let me roll. We roll in business as usual. We can do measurement and statistics. We can do it 2 at a time. The median number of books bought at the sale is, we do 2 topics. So the median is n plus 1 divided by 2. So n is the total number that we got. So we got 58 students. I think we worked this the other night. So 58 plus 1 is 59. 59 divided by 2 is, let me see, this is 30.5. This is basically telling us the 30th person and the 31 person, the median is found between them. So we gotta find where the 30th person and the 31 and add those two together. So let's see where we find that. 30th and 31. 30, 31 we're looking for. So we start off with 9 and 9 is 18. We ain't reached the 31 yet. 18 and 13. 18, this is 18 and 13 is 1, so this is 31. So yeah, median is gonna be 5 because it's 5 and 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So median is 5. So you are what do you want? 180 students play football. How many students play basketball? 180 students play football. So 180 students play football. So that means the football is 90 degree. So that means 90 degrees is the same. is a quarter of the circle. So a quarter of them play football. So if a quarter of them play football, which is 180, to get the total number of students is 180 times 4 will give us everybody. So 4 times 0 is 0, 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 1 is 4 and 3, 7. So 720 people in total. How many students play basketball? 30% of students play basketball. So this is 30 over 100 times 720. This 0 go with that 0, this 0 go with that 0. 3 times 72. 72 times 3. 3 to 6. 3 7 is 21. 216. B. According to the pie chart, the sector angle representing cricket. So we know this is 90, this is 36. 30% of 360. This 0 go there, this 0 go there. 3 times 36. 18. 3 times 3 is 1. So 108. This is 108. So we add up 90, 108 and 36. End up with, so 9 and 110, 13. 2 to the 4, so 360 minus 2 to the 4. This would be 5 and 1, so this would be 6, 2, 126, which is C. All right, good. So we stop off at 4. A person who has an Instagram account is chose at random. So we know that was 100 over 100. What's the probability that the person has a Facebook account? Facebook, so they got a Facebook account is 36 to 36 over 100. 36 divided by 2 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 50. This is 9, 25. So 9 over 25, which is B. All right. So that's January. So we go with 2019. We work on all the measurement and the statistics. Let's see how much we'll go. What time is it, by? Oh, 9:36. Oh,
8:36, sir. 8:36.
8:36. What time is it in Jamaica?
7:36.
7:36. Mom, you in
Well,
Jamaica?
7:38. Sir, I'm
Yeah,
Jamaican, so I am
How we-
Jamaican,
7:36. Well, a lot of Jamaicans on here, man.
and I see some Grenada people.
Pick up the Jamaicans and the people from Grenada. Spice Island, Grenada. All right, rally roll. So if it took a speedboat 9 hours to travel a distance of 1,080 km, what was its average speed in km per hour? So we just got 9 hours. We just got to divide this. We just got to divide this 1,080 by the 9. Definitely know this is not the answer. Probably look like 102. Probably I'll give B, but let's see. So let me divide 1080 divided by 9. So 9 can go into 10 one time. 9 times 1 is 9. Subtract here, become 1. Bring down the 8. So 9 can go into 18 two times. 9 2 is 18. 0. Bring down the 0. 9 can go into 0 times. So 120. C. All right, C. Let's go. Trapezium, area of the trapezium. So we know the formula to find area for trapezium is half the sum of the parallel sides, which is 12 plus 8 times the height, which is 3. So 12 and 8 is 20. Half of 20 is 10. 10 times 3 is 30. So C. Item 33, force the following circle with center O. If the circumference of the circle is 15 cm, then the length of the minor arc AB. So the minor arc AB, so it's simply, this is 120 over 360 multiplied by 15, which is B. The lengths of the sides of the triangle are x, 2x, and 2x centimeters if the perimeter is 20 centimeters. What's the value of x? All right. So we add up all the sides and that will give us 20. So x plus 2x plus 2x, this will give me 20. We add up all this, I get 5x is equal to 20. X is equal to 20 divided by 5. X is equal to 4, which is A. All right. Let me see. The same question, 15 meters, 15 times 12 will give me 180. If 8 is used to plant garden, plant vegetables, minus 80 from here, end up with 100. So B. Distance around the lake, bam, bam, bam. We know this is D. All right. We end up with 2 to 800,000. We just break this down. End up with 2 to 400,000. All right. We're rolling with gas. We cooking with gas. What are you cooking with? Gas or? Because our black people that talk about leak on this live, right? All jokes aside,
Thanks for informing me, sir.
yeah, no, can't be for black tip. But I was seriously gonna say our black people that talk about leak, right? I don't appreciate that at all. So item 37 refers to the following diagram. So the diagram above, not drawn to scale, shows a cylinder with radius 3 cm and height. So the one, the volume. So the volume is pi r squared times the height. So the volume will be pi times r, which is 3 times 3 times the height, which is 8. 3 3 is 9. 9 times 8. 9 8s. 8 9s, 72. So we got 72 pi. All right, which is C. So we got 38. The volume of the cuboid. We did this before. I think this is 8. So let me war though. I think this is 8, eh? Let me go though. Volume, so 320 is equal to. Let me do it over. But to see X, you want smart as it. The 320 is equal to 5 times 5. Oh, hold up. Let me take my time. So the volume is 320 and the height is 5. If the cuboid has a base whose length, what is the length of one side of the base? So anyway, so this will be volume is equal to length times width times the height. So since it's a square base, it's length times length. So they give us the volume as 320 is equal to length times length. Let's call it L squared times the height, which is 5. All right, so take over the 5. 320 divided by 5 is equal to L squared. So let me find 320 divided by 5. 5 can go into 32 6 times. 5, 6, 30. This is 2. We bring down the 0. 5 can go into 24 times. So L squared is equal to 64. L is equal to the square root of 64 is 8. So indeed it was 8. All right, the modal score. Modal score will be the one that occurred the most. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. And we got 1, 2, 8. How many sixes we got? We got 2, 6. Yeah, so the mode is 3. That is just A. So item 4 refers to the following pie chart, which shows popular games played by 720 students. How many students played cricket? So we see everything is given as percentage. So to find the amount of people that play cricket, let's find the percentage of cricket. So we see 30 plus 25 plus 10. This will give us 5, 3, 3, 6. So 65% of people play everything except cricket. So the remainder, 35 play cricket. So 35%, so 35 over 100 times 720. So 5 can go into 35 7 times. 5 can go into 20. 5 can go into 120 times. This 0 go with that 0. 2 ones, 2. 2 into 72 is 36. So 36 times 7. Now we 7 6 is 42. So you can already see the answer is this. Right? 7 threes 21. 21 plus 4, 25. So 252, which is C. Somebody said modal score the highest. Alright, roll. Hola, I think we can battle Daniel, Kumisha, Mohammed.
Looks like an hour or two, you know.
Till we speak like an hour and a half more till we done.
2 hour.
Wow.
Yeah, we might. I sleep enough this morning. Quite good.
Alright, let's war. Yeah, we do maths whole day, right? Literally whole day maths. Well, almost whole day, but it's like this is like anyways, every roll. How many students bought exactly 4 books? 4 books. So we see 4 books. 9 people bought, so 9. The median number of books. Median number of books bought by the students is how many students? We got 58. Same question, but they give us a different graph. Why I know CXC is kind of lazy, right? It's 59. So 58 plus 1 is 59. Divided by 2 is tort. Twenty-nine point nine. So between the 29 and the 30, we can find the median. So let's see. We start off with 8. So 8 and 9. 8 and 9 is how much by 8 and 9 is 17. So 17, and then we add, this is how much 13. We add 13 to that, which will give us 30. So yeah, we can find the median right in this part here, 5. So the median will be 5 because the 29th number will be 5 and the 30th number will be 5. So 5 and 5 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. Yeah, Ali carried this life up to 1,000 TikTok. Yeah, very consistent. Kudos to TikTok though. Big up yourself. Right? Big up yourself, TikTok. All right, item for the three to for the four for the following diagram, it shows a cumulative frequency polygon. The semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range. So semi-interquartile range means Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So we gotta find Q3 and Q1. So Q3, so this whole thing is 20. Q3 will be the 15. So let's go across from 15. And then we come down. Well, let's hope this thing is better on CXC day. So we come down. That look like 3 point. We can estimate here by. This is 3.5. This looks like 3 point. Let me say 3.8, right? We can estimate 3.8, subtract Q1, which is the 5 here. We come across the 5. So we come across and we come down here. This looks like 1.2 by 1.2. So I estimate because these things is seeing good, right? So when I subtract this here, you get 3.8, 3.8 subtract 1.2, we get 6, 2.6. 2.6 divided by 2. Now the 1.3. Anyways, so your graph will be clearer, so you will know which one is the answer. So because this thing is not clear, I can't really determine and put the exact answer because of how close these two are. But whosoever got a clearer graph, you'll know which one to do, you know what to do. All right, it's between A and B. All right, exam CXC to be clearer. All right, so I don't want to give an answer here.
Sure. So in the exam, right? Let's say they bring like 4 new questions, and one of the questions you worked it, and like you get an answer closest to an answer on the paper. You could put the closest answer.
Yeah, put the closest one. Yeah, put the closest one. But it'll be clear, right? Remember this thing was scanned, so I can't really see the separation. Anyway, so a fish is selected at random. What's the probability that the fish is at least 1.8 meters long? At least 1.8. So at least means 1.8 and more, right? At least. So let me see. 1.8. So 1.8 would be this 1.5. 6, 8. 1.8 would be somewhere like here. And then we come across. So let me call this here 7. So 7 minus. So these remaining people here is already dealing with at least. At least means 7 and more, right? So we gotta count all these people here for 7 and more. So 20 minus 7 is how much by 13. So 13. So 13 over 20. So we can give it to 12 over 20. All right. Once again, the diagram, kind of hinder the correct answer that we get, right? Right between these two, but that is how we find it though. That is how we find for at least. Anyway, so let's go. It's always stopping up to 4 to 4, right? Let's go measurement now. Given that 1 millimeter is equal to 1 over 1,000 meters, 2,500 millimeters is, so this will just be 2,500 divided by 1,000. There's 0 go there, there's 0 go there, there's 0 bring us back, so 2.5, which is B. Item 32 refers to the following diagram, which shows the sector of a circle AOB, such that AOB is 60 and OB is R units long. So the area of AOB, so AOB would be 60 over 360 multiplied by pi R squared. So 6 over 360, this will break down to 616, 6 into the power 66. So 1 over 6 times pi R squared, which is A. All right. Well, we actually had 101K likes on TikTok, right? A lot of taps. Honestly, I tell you, I was one of the last live I realized when people tap on the screen that is a count as a like. Honestly. Honestly, I didn't know. Anyways, but the volume in cm cube of, let me see how much we got on YouTube. YouTube, we had 200 and 260. My YouTube. And we got 631 people watching this thing. YouTube. Yeah, wicked man. YouTube, yeah, wicked. So the volume of this, so this will be 3 times 3 times 3. 3 3 is 9, 9 3 is 27. So C. The perimeter of this of a square for the perimeter of a square is 48 cm. What is the area in cm square? So we know we're dealing with a square. All the sides are the same. So because all the sides are the same, the perimeter is 48. We just divide this 48 by 4. 4 can go into 4, 1. 4 can go into 8, 2. So the length of one side is 12. So the area of the square would be 12 times 12, which we know from primary school is 1/4. So which of the following figures not drawn to scale has an area equal to half the sum of the parallel sides, which is 5 and 4, times the height. So let's see. So half, so 5 and 4 gotta go up be at the parallel side. So let's see, 5 and 4. Yep. But nah, man. So let me see, 5 and 4. Yep. Nah. So 5 and 4 and half this. So yeah, we will go with D. All right, so the area of a rectangle is 53.6 cm squared. If the length is multiplied by 4 and the width is half, then the area will be. So the same thing we do to the length and the width, we can do to the answer. So the length is multiplied by 4. So you can turn this into 536 times 4. So 4 6 is 24. 4 3 is 12 and 2 14. 4 5 is 20 and 1 21. So we bring this back in. So this is 21, 214.4. And then it said the width is half. So we got to half this as well to get the answer. So we know that answer there will be C. All right. So somebody on the call, Danielle or one, yeah, say something.
Hi there.
Something.
So the yeah, camera that off. Hello, TikTok man, because they won't see any movement.
So Gabriel camera down, you know.
Gabriel,
Check.
come. Gabriel,
Hi,
come.
sir.
Good, Gabriel. You're going to just say something, Gabriel, or something.
I went for my charger.
Okay, okay. Somebody said check. Sir, please check 22. Where's 22? 22 or 32? Anyways, we roll. 32. Let me see. Pi r squared, 1 over 6 times pi r squared. I'm dead. Anyways, let's roll every day. 37. All right, if the length of the minor arc PQ is 8 cm, what is the length of the circumference of the circle? So this thing is 60 degrees. So we know the whole circle got 360. So let's see how many sixes we can get from 360. So 360 divided by 60, there's 0 go there, 6, 1, 6, 6, and 3, 6, 6. So we just multiply 8 by 6 to get the remaining piece of the circle. Because this thing is like split into 6 parts. So 8 times 6 is 48. Let's just see. Somebody said we beat any maths. Well done, well said. Let me pin this comment. Pin comment, we beat any maths. Love to see it. All right, the area of the triangle is 30 cm squared. Its base is 10. What is the height? So area is equal to half base times height. So the total area is 30 is equal to half times the base. And give us the base as 10 times the height. That's what we want to find. So half of 10 is 5. 5 times h is 5h. It's equal to 30. Take over the 5. We'll have 30 divided by 5. So the height is equal to 30 divided by 5 is 6. So the height is 6. Which is A. All right, what is the modal age? Modal age, this is a giveaway. Modal age is the one with the highest, which is 7. So the modal age is C. Don't while up and go and put 5 and think, 5 is the number of children. The modal age got to come from the bottom here. So don't while up, right? All right. So this one is good. This graph is good. So this graph should give us an accurate answer. The median mark scored by the 200 students is, so you gotta go in the middle and then go across and go down. So this is 120, this is 80. So most obviously the 100 would be like right in the middle here. Let me zoom up. This would be 100. So we go across. Yeah.
Korean examining counselor.
What is that?
The Caribbean examination counselors are
Well, Uncle Misha breaking up bad.
I pinned the comment. I pinned it.
I don't think that is a real. That is not. They are not on TikTok. I don't think they're on TikTok. Hey, yeah, children, yeah, start. They one thing where yeah, could create a TikTok account there. Best wishes students. Ask them a comment. You see, they got 2 followers. CXU. Hey, one thing where yeah, could create an account. Anyway, so we go across. We go across and then down. So we come down here. And that would give us the median. This is start is 5. So the median is obviously B, toward 7.5. So what is the interquartile range? So interquartile range, IQR, is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 minus Q1. Q3 would be toward 75% of this, which is 3/4. 3/4 of 200 is about 3/4 of 200. I know 3/4 of 100. Let me see. 4 times 4, 400 is. So 150, 150. So if here's 120, 100 to 140, gonna be like here. So 150 gonna be how much by 150? This is 140. So 150 will be halfway here. So 150 will be like right here. So we come across all the way here. And then we come down. You see, we get a nice line to come down. So you see that would be for the 1, for the 2, for the 3. So you can say for the 3, subtract Q1. Q1 would be 50. So here is 60. So 50 would be like right in the middle here. So we come across. And then we come down. Looks like 29. Let's see which one will be close. So far, 3 minus 29. So the answers are far apart, so we should get a nice answer. So look, for the 3 minus 29, that would be, so be 3. 13 minus this. This would be out by 4, 14. All right, so we can go with A. All right. So if 38% of students pass the test, what was the pass mark? So 38% of students pass the test. What was the pass mark? So 38%. So since it's 238, it's 38 out of 100. So we can say 68. So let me see, we go to 68, 38 and 38 would be 1676. So let's see where's the pass mark. So we go to 76 and we come across. So here is 80, 76 would be like right below here. So let's see how many students pass. We come across. And then we come down. So it looks like 30 some. So yeah. So this is this would be this would be what's going on? Let me see. Yeah, help me out. Do maths all day. One year only chat. One year only can help out.
This is what I'm trying to fix. I'm looking at the graph.
Do maths all day. My brain tired.
Daniel, help.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so I now figure it out. So anyways, so 76. So the people that pass the test can't be the people at the bottom, right? It gotta be 200 minus the 76, the people at the top, right? So it'll be 200 minus the 76. That would give us 200 minus 76. That would give us 1 there, 9, 1, 4, 2, so 124. So let me go to 124, and that should give us the pass mark. So 124, you come across here, and then you come down here. So the pass mark is 40, right? So the pass mark will be 40. So the people that pass the test, we got minuses from the 200, because we can't select the people at the bottom. So what I roll? As a sign, we do how long we doing maths? Since 1 o'clock. All right, let me roll. Business as usual. So the following table shows the frequency of scores obtained by students in a test. The range of the scores is, so the range would be the largest and the smallest. So this is 10 from 2. 10 subtract 2 would be 8. So C. So item 44 refers to the following two-way table, which shows the mode of transportation to school on a particular day for 200 students. A male student is picked at random from the group. Male student, that is the key, is picked at random from the group. What's the probability that he does not walk? So we know it's a male student. So the male, that means the total got to be 108, right? Since it's a male student is picked at random. So the probability that he does not walk would be either he took a bus or a taxi, which is 80 over 108. So let me divide. So 80 divided by 2 is 40. 108 divided by 2 is 54. 40 divided by 2 is 20. This divided by 2 is 27. So 20 over 27, which is C. All right, let's, what time is it? Let's finish off this paper. Let's finish off this paper. And what time is it? 9:20. Let's finish off this paper. This is 2019. So which of the following represents the graph of a function? So the graph of the function means when you do the vertical line test, you gotta pass through 1 point and 1 point only. So we see this one is A. Right? This one is A. For the 6, if f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 1, then f of negative 3 is. So f of negative 3 would be 2 times negative 3 squared minus 1. So negative 3 squared would be 2 times 9 minus 1. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 minus 1 is 17. So C. Item 47 refers to the following graph of a straight line. The straight line AB cuts the y-axis at. So it cuts the y-axis at. So they want a point. It cuts the y-axis. This is the y-axis. It cuts the y-axis at this point, which is 0, -2, which is D. 0, -2 cuts the y-axis at 0 across, -2 down. So the equation of the line that passes through the point 0, 5 and has a gradient of 4 is light work. We know the general form is y equal mx plus c. They told us gradient is 4, so this is y equal 4x plus, now c would be the part that crosses the y-axis. So if this line is 0 across 5 up, that means this line will cross right here, right? Something like this, 5. So this would be equal to, c would be 5. So y is equal to 4x plus 5, which is C. So the range of x cubed for the domain -2 all the way to 2 would be, so now we square -2, we end up in -8. So nothing more to do there, D. The values of x for which y is equal to 4x minus x squared, where y equals 0, intersects y equals 0 are, so y equals 0. So y equals 0 would be this line that crosses through right here. So the values would be the 4 and the 0, x equals 4 and 0, which is simply A. Coordinates for the turning point. Turning point would be right here. The coordinates would be 2 across 4 up. So 2, 4, which is D. Rolling, business as usual. Which of the following pairs of line is perpendicular? Perpendicular means the gradient. One is negative reciprocal. Negative reciprocal. So let me see which one negative reciprocal. All right, so not B definitely. Trying to see if this is an easy one. Let's look at C. So C, it's y equal -4x plus 10. Let me just care about the gradient. So in this one, they told us 4y is equal to x plus 1. So when we take over this 4, it will divide everything. So y is equal to x plus 1 over 4, which can be expressed as y is equal to x over 4 plus 1 over 4. So this x over 4 can be represented as 1 over 4x, right? So this is 1 over 4, and the other one is -4. So yeah, negative reciprocal. So we'll go with C. What transformation maps PQR onto P prime, Q prime, R prime? So this is a giveaway. This is obviously not an enlargement, not a rotation, not a translation, it's a reflection, D. All right, item 54, reverse the following diagram of an isosceles triangle. The value of x is, so we know if this is 30, this is also 30. So 180 minus 30 and 30 is 60. So x will be equal to 120. So C. Which of the following best describes the relation between x and y? So we see this is a z angle. So x would obviously be equal to y, which is B. The length MO in cm is MO. So if this is 6 and this is 3, that means we divide this by 2 to get the 3. That means we got to divide 7 by 2 to get MO, which is 3.5. The image of the point P under translation P on our translation is P. So this is the image and this is the object. The one always is translation vector. So we know the formula is object plus the translation vector is equal to the image. So if you want to find the translation vector, it will be we take over the object. So we'll have image minus the object will equal the translation vector. So the image is -5, -4, minus the object, which is 1, 2. So this will be -5 minus 1, -4 minus 2. So this will be -5 minus 1 is -6, -4 minus 2 is -6. So the translation vector is A. GPL getting a lot of questions right, man. Hold on, let me pin GPL comment. GPL is locked in. GPL is locked in. All right, let's go. So the one is scale factor for the enlargement. So we see the image here is 1, 2 units. So this is 2 divided by the object. The object is 1, so 2 divided by 1 is 2. Simply C. All right, so a plane flying in direction 45 degrees changes course in a clockwise direction to 135. The angle through which the plane turns is, say if it go in 45 and then it turn and go to 135, the angle of the change would be 135 minus 45. That would be 0. This is what I didn't make no sense. So I just did. Ask you what I just did there. All right. So bar one from this becomes 0 and I put the 1 there. That made no sense, right? Anyway, so this is 990. So B. And last but not least, the end of the night. After this, I'll go in bed. Last question, the end of the night. If x is 10 meters from y, the height of yz is yz is here. So we know if this is 30, this is also 30. So let me see. This is the opposite. This is the adjacent. So let me see. Some old horses can always hear their owners approach. So we're dealing with the opposite and we're dealing with the opposite and the adjacent. So let me see. So tan 30 is equal to the opposite, which is what you want to find yz, over the adjacent, which is 10. So yz is equal to 10 tan 30. 10 tan 30. Let's see. Any more? And that is that. That is that. So good luck, folks. We can stop here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good luck to you and your exam. You know, y'all got this. Please post this right after. Yeah, man. Susie Life come Africa and be on YouTube. Anybody wants to look at it from the beginning, it's on YouTube. So I say, let's cook. We don't cook the food done. We working since 6 now,
Sir,
isn't it? Yeah.
Daniel wants to say something before the live is ended.
All right, Daniel, go quick. Let me hear you.
What? Wait, I could barely even see it. Oh
Push your body,
God.
push your body.
Wait, no, these people. Somebody send back thing, man. These people want me to read something. Wait. What do you think they? Oh God. He good, it
I
good,
think
it
my
good.
brain sleeping, you know. I think my
Somebody,
brain sleeping.
somebody please send. Oh, watch how long this thing long. God. Yeah, choose the wrong word, somebody. Alright, pay attention, people come.
Daniel, put on your
Click.
camera now. You want to see no cat?
Oh,
And put you in the spotlight.
sorry. Yeah, unfair, you know.
Go ahead.
God. It's because the last days people take advantage by. Let me read from my script. We just want to take a moment to thank Sir Leon for everything he has done for us throughout this journey. Today is our last math life before writing CSEC. We also want to specifically thank Sir Leon for inviting us into the very first live. What started as one life eventually became 5 lives filled with learning, laughter, and memories that we'll never forget. Big way just now. Big thanks as
The
well to
camera guy now.
Kamisha, Daniel, just now. Big thanks as well to Kamisha, Daniel, Samia, and Gabriel for always joining the lives and participating. The lives oh, really wouldn't have been the same without all of you contributing and making it more enjoyable. To all our supporters, thank you for being a part of this journey with us. You guys really have showed great dedication and patience and watching and staying to the end as we prepare for our last CSEC paper. We truly appreciate everything and we wish everyone success in their exams. Hopefully we all make ourselves and Sir Leon proud. Thank you everyone for being a part of this memory and join us on this live. Credit to Gabriel.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. Thank you, Daniel. Big up yourself.
Yeah, I
All right.
read it. Taking
Well, well,
advantage, I read it.
well said, Daniel. Well said.
Bye,
Well said.
everyone.
Anyways,
We'll
y'all got
no
me feeling
longer be
special.
we will no longer be live anymore. This is our last live.
Your very last
Sir,
life. It's such a bittersweet
sir,
moment.
sir,
Yes.
Our
to
Yeah.
put we
last
up
live.
one final time.
Put your yale up or Ireland
No,
let me.
put we up on the internet, social media one final time.
I know Yago be put up when Yaga good grade. Of course I can put Yago up.
Put we up a second to
Yes, yes,
last
we need
time.
to get
Yeah, I can put Yago up. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Danielle and Komisha and Mohammed and Christian and who else was live for us? All the other crew, all the live crew. Thank you all for coming live. It's not easy to come live as students. I mean, it's not easy to come live as a teacher because everybody's watching. You know, you can't make any mistake. People are just there waiting. Sorry, I make a mistake. Anytime I make a mistake, can't wait. Make a mistake. But we are all human. All right, so thank you all for joining. Yeah, it's been a pleasure interacting with you and being live with my students. They've made me proud already. The exam results have come out yet, but they've made me proud. And I want to thank everybody for logging on the live and rolling with us in the chat from day one. I can recognize some of these names from day one, right? So good luck in your exam tomorrow. Take your time, read the questions carefully. Don't take them for granted. Answer all the questions. All right, so y'all take care. You can see Natif on YouTube. Anyway, so y'all take care. All right. Good luck in the exam. So I'm ending off. And with that, the 2026 live, Paper One Lives comes to an end. Good night.
good night.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Good night.